In my memory, I always see the town I love so well, where our school play ball by the gas yard wall, when we laughed to the smoke and the smell. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways, in the town I love so well. In the end, the shirt factory horn called women from Cregan, the moor and the bar, while the men on the dome played a mother's role, fed the children and then trained the dog. When times got tough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside, there was a burning pride in the town I loved so well. There was music there in the dairy air, like a language that we all could understand. I remember the day I earned my first pay, as I played in a small pickup band. There's been my youth, and I tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me, for I learned about life, and I found a wife in the town I loved so well. When I returned, oh my eyes, how they burned, to see how a town could be brought to its knees by the armored cars and the bombed out bars, and the gas hangs on to every breeze. Now the army's installed by that old gas yard wall, and the damn barbed wire gets higher and higher, with their tanks and guns. Oh my God, what have they done to the town I love so well. Now the music's gone, but they carry on, for their spirits been bruised, never broken. Oh, they'll not forget, still their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I loved so well. Not a bad old tune, ladies and gentlemen. Not a bad old fucking tune. How are you getting on? I was beyond in London contracting, boys. Contracting. Oh, big ballers. Cheers, lads, ladies. Welcome to Friday night session here at Maloney's Digest in the house. Little house party. Low key kind of job, yeah? Daniel that says, what's up, Shagger? Any crack? Fucking Callum, best job. Top shaggers, man. So big, it's got an elbow. Liam Murphy, how you getting on? Story horse, how she cutting? Good now, Liam. Joel Dude, well, man, hoped you'd be on tonight. Well, Joel Dude, look no further. I nearly didn't, but I was like, I'll have to go on. I'll do an hour, man. Do an hour. 5 hours later, he was steamed, talking old soft waffle. Roisin Mac, how you getting on, love? Great to see you. Great. Teddy, who shall I tell you, lad? Wish I could hop on and play a few tunes with you. Oh, Joel, dude, fucking you! I'll put the old the jobbing out. I'll put the jobbing out. Oh, Alan S, we'll get into it, man. We'll get into it. But I tell you what, it's fucking spicy, man. Spicy. Good vibes, good vibes. Having a wee whiskey tonight. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? It's Friday night and the winter is in. And the good thing is about winter, sure, you know the crack yourself. It's a time to be in the house. You're not missing out, feeling guilty about missing nice sunny weather. Here, lads, it'll bring a tear to your eye. Good old job, hey. Fucking Beetlejuice, Howard Stern job. Enough to make a hard man cry, hey. My trip to London last week was good crack. There was a lot of very sound lads I was hanging out with, and some fucking great musicians, man. Great musicians. I suppose enough to give a grown man a big crowbar. The eagle is landed. Fucking Shaunene's in the mix, by Shauneen. Okay, Michael Maloney, how are you getting on? Good old Mikey. Oh, Willoney. Fair fucking play to you. Full of the air beg and sweet smoke. Adam Maloney, we got a couple of Maloney's in the house. Fair play. 3 little children stabbed. That should be the main headlines in the news today. But the government want to blame the working class and keep the headlines away from this country immigration policy. Oh, we're going down the political route already. I will address this. Very apt, says WB 1990. Thank you very much. Great song. I love Paddy Riley version. The Luke Kelly version's a fucking great old job as well. Was it Phil Coulter who wrote that song originally? I don't know. I just don't know. Anyone have any brown? Are we getting on? Cousin Carmine, what gives? Oh, saw you over there with the Brooklyn crew hanging out. Feel like Leopardo. White Russian, it is it's Bailey's with a bit of Johnny Walker Red and milk on ice. Got milk, fucking exactly. Terry Hoosh knows the crack. CJH93, how you doing, sir? Don't be leaving off any more shady Ganley comments now. Glad there was a couple of people upset. I'll have to show you the fucking crack. And to show you the crack, some people found it rather amusing. A couple of people gave out, saying I'm technically a has-been, that I made a couple of jokes. Oh, the bastard. You know what? I've actually forgotten my own feckin' Twitter. Would you believe that now? I've forgotten the bastard Twitter account. Cannot fucking remember what's going on, but I might get in with Apple ID. That's the fucking job. Going now. Come on, big money. I'm never on the computer, it's always on the phone. Go on. Oh yeah, I'll allow it. Hold on 1 second. Apple's just, it's making sure, hey. It's making sure I'm the right lad, even though we're in the same fucking room beside each other. I've allowed it. Sound job, boys. 2-factor job. Hold on, lads. Hold on. Fucking 2-factor job. Oh, come on. 2-factor. Factor. X factor. 2-factor job. Come on. Big money. Come on. I want to show these boys the shady Genly job. Oh, I trust that browser, man. Yeah. Oh, continue on away, lad. Yeah. Fucking browse me up, hey. Browse me up, Scotty. Scotty too hotty. I'll be doing the worm uptown, man. Stevie Kelly's got another video. Stevie from the old fucking Hardy Books and 3 books left. He's been doing a few videos. We might watch it and see what he says. But he's always catching some sort of heat. Catching heat in the comment section, man. He's the king of controversy. Okay, let's have a little look at this, and I'll do a bit of a touch. I will. Brian Cosgrove says, I wonder what Danny the Doonesman would do in a situation like this. Let me just I'll share this one. Oh, the crack tonight on the old live stream, and the crack she's been dishing last week in London town. I was driving machine. Fair play to you. Shawnee was in the mix. Fucking. Fucking all right there, Melody Bew. How you doing, love? Good to see you. Fair play to fucking Shawnee was in the mix, man. Did you hear Rob Rayner claims to have solved the GA? Yeah, I'm sure he did, man. Rob Rayner. He wouldn't solve a fucking Rubik's Cube, that lad. Never mind the JFK job. I'm going to go and share this. Okay, here we go. So I was talking to Dr. David about last night. I was on the phone. I was like, should I put this up? I went, Shady Ganley spotted in Dublin riots. Last seen running out of Eddie Rockets holding a giant burger he'd made himself. Witnesses report hear him saying, fucking empty pockets, man. There he was, Shady. So a couple of comments here. 350 likes, not bad. I might have ruffled a few feathers, but a couple of boys here weren't happy. They're all scummers, champ. Not many Western boys, I'd say. Your posts are crass. Still living off a few funny YouTube vids from 09, you wet wipe Durkin. So I just thought, I'd give him what he wants to hear. You're fucking dead right, John. Fair play to your son. At least spell the name right if you're going to go slag someone off. It's Durkin, you trisomatic gobshite. What's trisomatic, Sean? Sean, you never fucking answered him back, hey? You never did him back. Some sham, Eddie Durkin, some sham from County Mayo. All opinions belong to Lance Lavin, Steve Swanson of the Castlebar Bostonians. Oh, yeah. So that's the fucking latest there, hey. I want to meet some Twitter clims in real life someday. Oh, they'd be quiet boys. It's very misty screen here. Let me just see if I can demystify. Oh, that's better now. Purple Haze job. Justin Scroll, how are you doing, sunshine? Holy smokes, it's been too long since I called a stream. Well, you're in the right place at the right time with the right fucking set of lads and ladies. I know. I hope Thanksgiving went very well for all you boys over there in the States. And it seemed Black Friday came early to Dublin yesterday after Arnott's, Foot Locker, and Asics were raided. Their footwear will be comfortable. Um, so I don't really know what I've had a lot of people coming on to me, getting on to me on Twitter asking the questions. There's one lad you might have seen. Sean just commented in real. No, he didn't. I thought he'd done it real time. Let me see. Ewan McKenna is co-hosting Dublin stabbings, riots, the aftermath. That'd be a fucking spicy bit of listening, man. That would be a spicy bit of listening. Well, I was asked about it, and I was asked by a lad who he's got a large YouTube channel on YouTube. But he said to me, "Hey mate, if you have any insight into what the mood is in Irish politics at the moment?" I went, "A boy there, Callum. How are you? How are you, Captain? I've never seen quite like this, though I'm not surprised things have gotten to this point. Tensions in Dublin have been building for over a year. Much like the UK, the government and NGOs have been using taxpayers' money to accommodate foreign nationals claiming asylum on an industrial scale. Mostly men of military age, not fleeing countries at war often. There have been pretty much an open door policy over the past 20 years that has seen a major shift in demographics in major cities. Local residents are claiming they no longer feel safe. Waves of young Irish have been forced to emigrate while the government has been shipping in tens of thousands from beyond Europe. Hotels have been repurposed across the country to accommodate asylum seekers, subsidized by the state. Many of these hotels are owned by politicians themselves. A recent protest saw such politicians being chased outside the Dáil, Parliament. It's become a very lucrative industry that is causing concern for locals. There's a property shortage in Dublin, seeing rents going through the roof, yet most building projects are new hotels. State of the art facilities used to house refugees. While there are thousands of Irish sleeping rough on the streets and people living on the edge of eviction, many still feel the pinch of the 2008 crash, COVID policies, and the government's indifference to their needs. They're growing frustrated and have been for some time. Small towns and rural communities have been totally transformed with direct provision centres. Concerned citizens have been protesting to deaf ears while being branded as far right by mainstream media and left wing voices. There's been clashes between right versus left in the streets, protesters versus counter protesters, patriots versus Antifa in quotes. Traditionally poorer or rough areas in Dublin were once inhabited by lower working class unemployed communities hit hard by crime, heroin, and poverty, have been slowly filling up with foreign nationals. The north inner city and Hill and Parnell Street have been especially affected. Allegations of sexual harassment towards women and children have been claimed. Two gay men in Sligo were mutilated and beheaded by a young man last year, not from Europe. A 22-year-old woman was murdered in Tullamore last year, stabbed 11 times in the neck as she ran along the canal in broad daylight. Yesterday, an Algerian man in his 50s stabbed 2 adults and 3 children under the age of 10. In Dublin, a Brazilian food delivery driver stopped and subdued the attacker. Inner city Dublin protesters were outraged, took to the streets, and apparently were beaten by Garda, which led to riots. This part I'm not fully sure of. The whole thing is crazy. I don't know how it's going to play out. It's either a product of a people pushed too far by a government that has broken its social contract to serve its citizens, or some kind of Hegelian dialectic psyop used paid agitators. That's my objective as possible take on it. So some people might say that what I've just said there was, oh my God, but that is what I've basically I tried to view things Socratically and objectively, remove any emotion from it. And that's what I've been following, left versus right. And, there will, I don't know. I don't know what the flashpoint was, but I do know that these have been protests that have been building for quite a long time because you see it on Twitter all the time and you follow it. But I do feel like, the government has since like, let's say, the crash at least, bailing out the bondholders and neglecting to look after their own citizens, like to hemorrhage an entire generation of young people, while then building hotels that are used as in an industry, and people aren't addressing the real issues of like what makes these people want to flee the places they come from. Again, it's like fucking um, bad Western foreign policy, and robbing people of their resources, and then you're basically these people are then being these, as I would say, pawns in a larger game of geopolitical chess, are then being, or these victims of globalist policies are then being used as pawns in a bigger game of geopolitical stress or chess to then um, cause problems in Europe and the West. And I always naively thought that, okay, it's up to Western nations to try and bring up the developing countries, but I don't think it's about that at all. I think it's basically a two-tier system where you have your ruling class, and then you basically got everyone else around the world are just poor and constantly in some sort of conflict with each other. So, what's this? Let me see now. They are pushing the Brazilian Deliveroo hero narrative with GoFundMe. An Irishman was first to intervene. See, Alan, if you got any, see, I don't know what the story is, but you know what? The Irish lad and the Brazilian lad, and there was a couple of women as well involved. Apparently, that's all I know. But I think all of them are heroes. And the man who did it, I don't know what the fuck would possess someone to do that. Was it uh, some sort of what you call it, mental or psycho? What would be the most correct way of, he flipped his nut, let's say, some sort of like schizophrenia attack or something, I don't know, or it's who knows, but it's fucking crazy, man. I don't know how the victims are, or who they were, but I think that was basically the tipping point. Then the two women were protecting the lunatic. Yeah, because I've no idea what, like, there wasn't really an awful lot about it online. Do you know what I mean? But often is the case with flashpoints, right? It's like being in a relationship. Let's say you're in a long relationship and you're kind of getting to the point where it's shit or get off the pot, and big things will be kind of let go, resolved, and over familiarity breeds contempt and that kind of thing. And then at the end, one thing, just, let's say it's something about who did the dishes, and that starts everything off. This, I'm not comparing that to trivialize it, but that, at the end of the day, children were fucking stabbed, and everybody should be absolutely fucking outraged and appalled by that. But I think in light of there are two sides in some sort of like conflict here. You have left and right, and if you're trying to be in the middle, you're going to catch flack from both sides. But I think to be in the middle and to be straight down the line and be objective and take the emotion out of it is, but also to be able to understand the motivations and the mindset of both sides, because it seems to be mainly in Dublin what the right wing, as they've been dubbed as, are usually from poor areas that have been directly affected by demographical changes, and these would have always been poor, vulnerable communities. And then on the other side, you have like these ideologues that usually come from well-to-do areas and have gone to university and gone to a Marx Engels class or two. So it's yeah, it's a mess, man. It's a mess. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I'm a lumberjack. chopping wood all day. There's so much information, misinformation. Absolutely. I think, I was watching all this unfold, and I had my mate Marcus phone me up yesterday. I had no idea, and he's like, "Martin, check out what's going on there, lad." And Grode Murphy was doing a live stream of it. It's about fucking like 5,000 viewers on his channel. He's only got like about 4,000 more than myself. But to see that, but fair play, he was there on the ground filming it. But I was watching this unfold, and it was on Twitter, and I was like, "Fuck me, man! Like it's crazy." Like to see Dublin, to see a bus on fire up in O'Connell Street. I don't know, like, but again, I've always got my conspiracy hat on, and a few people have mentioned to me, about how basically, Ireland has been vehemently against the conflict happening in Gaza, and that maybe it could be some sort of Manchurian candidate job. Who knows, man? Who knows? But it was what I could see in some of the comments was a lot of like anti-Islamic, pro-Israeli posts, and that's what the rhetoric has been on Twitter. Now, I was raised right. My mother raised me under this. It was basically there are good and bad in all society. There are. I believe that. I've traveled quite a lot of the world. I've met a lot of people, and I've seen the best and the worst in my own culture, even in my hometown. But like you have it in all walks of life, all religions, all nationalities. You'll get it everywhere. There's basically a finite amount of combinations and factors that lead people through nature versus nurture and development. There's a certain finite amount of combinations, whether it be abuse growing up, trauma, socioeconomic impacts, early developmental to genetic. There's a whole myriad of factors there that determine the outcome of an individual. Self accountability, to be able to reflect on your own lifestyle choices and your own behavior. To have that introspection. And I think people who have a bit of a do really like it. A lot of people who've basically been smoking the blarney now and again are forced to take introspective, critical views upon themselves. And I read that on Vice News the other day that stoners are apparently more empathetic. But moral of the story is that song, The Town I Loved So Well, it's basically a song about conflict. And I think there was a Polish general who said, the quote was, "The worst day in peace times is better than the best day at war." And there are people who profit from people killing each other. And when you listen to the Green Fields of France, the song, young, it happened again and again and again. And the older I get, the more like, you realize that growing up, you're watching these war films, and it's like it glamorizes the sexiness of combat and the glory of it all. And like, it's like Roger Waters and Pink Floyd with Us and Them. Us and them, after all, we're just ordinary men. And this is the thing, Did you see that fucking scumbag guy who was hassling the halal food guy and in New York, and he just went back to him again and again and just fucking abused him? Luke Radowski was saying, should this guy shouldn't be arrested because it's free speech. And I was like, there's a difference between free speech and intimidation and making threats and harassment. Like he was. Maybe we can watch that. Okay, let me see. No, you fuck it. Just I can't remember his name, but it's not worth watching it, to be honest with you. It just depresses me. Okay. Melody P says we were raised the same. Yeah, it's basically we're all human beings, man. We all have the same needs and whatnot. And I think just everyone just fucking relax. All the newly elected right-wing leaders recently in Netherlands, Argentina conveniently show sympathy towards Israel. Yeah, a lot of people who I kind of had, would follow and would respect their opinions on many things, um, completely sold out, because I look at it from a humanitarian point of view, from a father's point of view, and if you're basically cool with collective punishment and murdering a whole load of fucking infants, uh, it's like, look, I'm not on anyone's side, but I do, I feel like you can't. Well, actually, I am now on the side of the people in Gaza. I've seen footage of Hamas killing IDF soldiers, and I look at them and I'm like, these are people's kids, man. These are young men that shouldn't be in that fucking situation, because you've psychopaths like Benjamin Netanyahu who are happy to fucking lie and cheat and send their own people to death. And it's wrong, man. I'm pro peace, and if people don't like that for being on the side of peace, well, they can get fucked. They can suck my fucking nuts, cunts. So sorry, but yeah, like, I'll be honest with you. Today there's a super cut of incredibly, incredibly fucking upsetting images on of what's happening down in Gaza at the moment, right? And I had fucking tears streaming down my face looking at this, and I really shouldn't be looking at it, but at the same time, we need to fucking know what's going on there. And if people, I don't blame those who don't want to see it. I really don't. I don't blame them. It's harrowing. Shawnee will say here, what's the crack, Martin, and the Hardy Books chat? Was delighted to see that crazy Zionist get arrested. He was crazy as a shithouse rat. Who was he? There was a picture of him. He was Sedowitz or something. Like, there was a picture of him behind what was her name again? Madeleine Albright, and he's in the back laughing. Madeleine Albright said the price of 500,000 dead Iraqi children was worth it. These people are fucking psychopaths, man. Like Torian Uland, like there's 500,000 dead Ukrainian men, like guys who, and they were throwing kids in there, throwing old men, and there's, I don't know how many Russians are dead, but the Russians are basically just sitting there now. They don't have to. They're just sitting there. They can call the shots now. There is no profit in peace. Like, I'm 100% for peace, man. And the thing, every nation, every person should be able to defend themselves, because it doesn't matter how much you're on the side of peace. There are people who will do whatever is necessary to steal your property or to cause you harm. Unfortunately, like what we seen yesterday in Dublin. And I think for those reasons, people need to defend themselves. But the old adage I always go by: do no harm, cause no shit. But if someone is out to kill or harm you or your family or something you hold dear, then you need to be able to protect yourself in that situation. Stuart Seldowitz, that's it, Dave. Cheers, man. Yeah, what he was saying to that guy was it was fucking appalling, man. Like, he was threatening to get his father. He was like, does your father like his fingernails? Yeah, they take his fingernails one by one. Hey, let me take a photograph of you. Yeah, I mean, it was just insane shit, man. Pacifism is a good mindset way to be. Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, if you have to roll, you have to roll. But it should always be the last resort. The most patriotic military-aged Ukraine. I don't know what that means, Sean. Yeah, it's it really is a failure of civilization. But look, war sells, man. Peace doesn't sell. And as Daniel O'Neill said here, Ocean Colour Scene, there's no profit in peace. I mean, I can rest easy at night knowing that I don't support the slaughter of or collective punishment of innocents. But I reckon like they've had a fucking good grip over the states for a long time, man, as APAC and the boys, and everyone has to go and bend the knee. And if you want to get elected, what was it, like 95% of APAC candidates got elected? That's fucking gaming the results, man. That's bullshit. That to me is a nation taken captive. You know what it seems to me like? It's like Mad Max and Thunderdome, Master and Blaster, and Israel seems to be Master, and the US is like the big fucking Blaster character. Yeah, Seldowitz was a diplomat for Obama. Nasty bit of work, man. And Luke Radowski was like, "Oh, this is free speech." And we're like, "No, that's not. That's threats of violence and intimidation and constant harassment." So he can get fucked, man. Oh yeah, they want another one. They want another Neocon 2.1 war. I will. I will. I'm not giving that out in the fucking stream, but get on to me on Instagram or on Twitter at Eddie Durkin. That's the best way of doing it, mate. But I tell you this, right? And look, this is not against. I don't have a problem. This isn't a problem with the people of Israel. You know what I mean? I have Israeli like Israeli friends. You know what I mean? Acquaintances, and they've been sound to me. You know, I have met. I remember when the first time I had experienced the young IDF lads was when I was out in Greece when I was 20, and I was hanging out with a couple of lads from South Dublin, and we were having drinks with a couple of lads, and we were really like getting them to say how much they didn't like the Palestinians. Like, we hate them so much. You have no idea. Like, yeah, good, yeah. We were really like trying to get it out of them, but that really opened my mind as to like the deep-seated hatred there between the two sides, and it's what a fucking waste of time, man. You know, it's like I heard from a guy working in the where I parked my car the other day, coming back from the airport. I was talking to an Indian lad who was saying that there was a TV presenter here, well-known TV presenter here in Stockholm, and he basically came into work on Monday last week to be told he was fired from his job because he was saying, how can we help these civilians? You know, thank you very much for the super chat, Shawneen lad. It's very kind of you. You're a good lad, mate. You're a good lad. Outlaw Barber, violence is the initiation of aggression. Self-defense is using force to repel the aggression. Words are important. Force is justified to stop the aggression. Absolutely. You know, if someone's going to do you harm, then you've got to protect yourself, and you've got to protect that of which you love. Whether that's your nation, whether that's your family, whether that's yourself, or things that you hold sacred. And there's nothing wrong with it. Fucking toy show, man. A bit old for fucking watching toy shows. I never understood that about the late night toy show, why people are so into it. Like, I guess it's just something nostalgic from childhood when, you know, you're like, oh, mind the scale X trick, man. Oh. Got myself a scale X trick when I was about 32. The novelty had gone. Got myself a Hornby train set. Yeah, bit of David Bowie there, bit of David Bowie. it's sad to see the level of hate on both sides, says Shawneen Thornton. But I can't understand the rationale from on the Palestinian side more clearly. Well, it was interesting because I seen Andrew Tate talking to Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan, like basically everything Piers Morgan does. But do you condemn Hamas? It's like fucking hell, man. Like right, he's working for Rupert Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch is a Zionist. Okay, he is. That's just basically that's his position. Like many other people, and you'll get people who go, oh, that's anti-Semitic to say that. It's not. A lot of my best friends are Jewish. I've Scooby Doo friends, right? Good lads, sound people. Like the guy who first took me to New York, Jewish. His brother, Jewish. Lived with them, sound lads. Yeah, one of them's a bit fucking mental, but um, my other mate who took me to Sweden in the first place, Jewish. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's a difference. But I mean, like if you look at Jews for Peace, they came out in the Statue of Liberty. They went to I think it was Grand Central Station in New York. But it's the fucking it's the sneaky pricks who will try and basically psychopathic wankers who want to just bring everyone in to fight wars for their own needs. Um, this isn't about religion. This isn't about fucking nation states. This is basically it's down to right or wrong. If you're on the side of fucking murder and violence, that's wrong, in my opinion. But there are those out there on that you see on social media, and like there's no getting through to them. You know, it's like when I was in the States, I mean, the coverage of it was just one sided. I mean, there's not even man brainy toy show equal mega boys. um, it's a fucking like okay, I'll fucking I'll put a link up here, right? If I can find my if I can find the bookmarks, I'll if you can stand by, right? Let me see. Just hang on a second there, right? Let me just. Right. If you can and like I said, this is shit that people shouldn't fucking see. But you go in to that link and you tell me what I'm fucking saying is wrong after you see that. And I'm warning you with peace and love, as Ringo Starr would say. That link that I put on Twitter, man, if that doesn't fucking upset you, I don't know what the hell will. The fucking conditions these poor people are under, collective punishment. It's yeah. And then you'll have the likes of that fucking fat cunt who takes it up the fucking ass from call boys and then goes on about how oh, I'm all for like conservative values and slags off people from the LGBT community, right? Himself, apparently, Lindsey Graham, hypocritical fucking, killing dead Russians, the best money we ever spent. What a fucking slimy fucking scumbag. Tory Newland, all these warmongering pricks that they all love war, but you wouldn't see them in war. You wouldn't see them anywhere near a conflict place, but they're quick to send people's sons and daughters to go off and kill and murder other people's sons and daughters. So some of the stuff I might be saying tonight, yeah, it's spicy stuff, but we're living in spicy times. And that link I put up there is a 2-hour compilation of some of the most insane, man. How many dead children, right? Some of them blown half to bits, screaming and crying, who've lost their family, who've lost their homes. How many of those kids should be tucked up in their beds at night, sleeping soundly with their families in their rooms? It's insane, man. And I like, you might think I'm exaggerating. Today I looked at that. I had tears screaming down like I was sobbing. There's a young boy, maybe about 2 or 3 years old, with his tibia sticking out of his leg, and no anesthetic left to give him. And then these fucking paid scumbags on TV will keep on repeating the same line, man. It's disgusting, and they're losing the narrative, because it's not like the old days, like in Iraq, or where basically you had fucking people's sons and daughters from America who bought into this, and then went off and basically watched their friends die and had to kill people that were they go up like Vietnam or in Iraq. Now there's technology that captures this. They're losing the narrative on this. Everyone is classed as anti-Semitic if you criticize Israel, but the real Semites, the actual definition of the term, tend to be those in the West most vehemently support their policies. Yeah, but look, the evangelical base, such as your man John Hagee, that guy from one of these megadome evangelical Christians, they either have some serious fucking dirt on him, or he's in it for the big bucks. And like I said, man, this isn't about nations or religious. This is basically about right and wrong. And man, as William Shakespeare would say, hell is empty and all the devils are here. Because I tell you, that shit that I fucking seen, that's not good, man. I mean, it's fucked up. It really is. Yeah, it's heavy going. Look, at the end of the day, man, anybody who harms kids, it's like they can get to fuck. You know what I mean? It's it's like, I don't know, like there's supposed to be some sort of like equivalent of the Suez Canal that's going to be opened up, and they just so happen to be on that patch of land. I don't know if that's true or not. There's also reports that there was like billions in natural gas off the coast of Gaza, which is still technically belongs to Palestinians. I read that about eight years ago. But look, I mean, this is quite fucking heavy and depressing stuff, and it's. I don't want to be talking about this. I had a fucking really nice week of it, in a nice weekend in London, and I wanted to talk about that. I didn't want to get bogged down in talking about this. And let me just reiterate for the final time: violence should never be the answer, but unfortunately, there are people. Look, and what happened there on also like what happened on October the 7th. It's fucking horrible. Do you know what I mean? It's like I any targeting of fucking civilians and murder, I'm not into that, man. And it's like, as fucking Johnny Lennon would say, talking about a revolution. Well, we all want to change the world. Ask you for a real solution. Well, we all doing what we can. If you want money for people with minds that hate, all I can tell you is, brother, you have to wait. Yeah. If you got, money for people with minds that hate, look what happened to him. Got fucking bumped off. Oh, there'll be women tonight, says Jason Cates. Graham Russell. Somewhere in Dublin, there's a lad watching the toy show who 24 hours ago was setting fire to a Dublin bus. He still has a city, Liverpool, to look forward tomorrow, and that's gospel according to Stevie French. Somewhere in Stevie French, the will to set me free. All you've got to do Let's watch the fucking toy show, lad. Dave, good to see you. 42 viewers, lad. We're doing good. We're nearly up at 50. I just want to fucking say, look, to my Muslim brothers and sisters, to my Jewish brothers and sisters, to my Christian brothers and sisters, to my Hindu brothers and sisters, to my Buddhist, to me atheist brothers and sisters, to all my brothers and sisters out there, I just want peace, man. Peace. I don't want people fucking killing each other and fighting over bullshit, or listening to people who don't have your back, pretend they're on your side, and they're trying to lead you down the garden path to get you caught up in some sort of fucking bullshit. The old saying goes, believe nothing of what you hear and only half of what you see, and have discernment. And as the legend that is Gerald Celente would say, I'm a warrior for the Prince of Peace. And that man is a fucking spicy character, man. And I'm gonna do another song here now, and it's a fucking another weepy one, but it's fitting because the message at the end is where I'm coming from. So stick with me now, lads. Stick with me, because this is the fucking job, yeah. Oh yeah. So stick with me now, and I'll fucking sing one for you. Well, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while 'neath the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. I see by your gravestone you're only 19 when you joined the Great Fallen in 1916. I hope you died well and I hope you died clean. Oh, Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last Boston chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did you leave a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some faithful heart is your memory enshrined. Although you died back in 1916, in the faithful heart are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without even a name, enclosed in forever behind a glass frame? In an old photograph, all torn, battered and stained, and faded to yellow in a brown leather frame. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last Boston chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? The sun now it shines on the green fields of France. There's a warm summer breeze that makes the red poppies dance. And look how the sun shines from under a cloud. There's no gas, no barbed wire, there's no gunfire now. But here in this graveyard, it's still no man's land. The countless white crosses stand mute in the sand. To man's blind indifference to his fellow man, to a whole generation that were butchered and damned. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last Boston chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Young Willie McBride, I can't help wonder why. Do those that lie here know why they did die? And did they believe when they answered the call? Did they really believe this war would end the wars? Well, the sorrow, the suffering, the glory and pain, the killing and the dying was all done in vain. For young Willie McBride, it all happened again, again and again and again and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last Boston chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last Boston chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Pretty fucking appropriate for today, lads and ladies. There you go, boys. Fucking not nearly did make me nearly did fucking make me tear up. It's a sad old song, but it's a song that, you know, did they know what they were dying for? It's a sad old touch, man. It's a sad old touch. It's a great tune, though. Dark lyrics, bro. Yeah, they are. But it's it's funny. Myself and some good fucking boys, Kerry men, Donegal men, Mayo men, and men from Tip. We're all coming back from the Cheltenham races last week. And one of the lads, James from Donegal, he was playing that like he was in tears playing it, as was everyone else. And I was going, go on, man, max out the tears, play a bit of grace. He's a great player, man. Some fucking set of lungs on him, hey. Oh, come here. How are you? On long. I'm precisely on an hour, I think. Now is the time to listen to your heart and lead strongly from that place. Listen to Your Heart by Roxette. Not a bad old tune. No, but you're dead right. It is, man. It is. It is something you have to listen to what your heart and soul tells you. We're I'm not crying. You're crying, Gimp. I have a few sketch ideas you might like. Go on. Does X allow me to send a Word document? I'm sure it does, mate. I'm sure it does. Send her on there to fuck. My great uncle left to go to the village in 1914 on an errand, signed up and was never seen again. A medal was sent back and they knew he died. He was 17 or 18. Fucking hell. You know, that was called The Dead Man's Penny. And my mate Gavigan, his great grand or his granduncle, great granduncle, there's one of them from him as well. Like if you look through, yeah, let me see this now. Hey, Swinford, County Mayo, soldiers of. You can find people. You can find people in from your town probably if they were involved in the conflict. That were registered here. World War One database. Let's see. I think you might be able to find them. Service record, medal records, unit war diaries, online records. But there was I found it before, and I tell you, you'd be fucking surprised the names that that will come up. I love the way I put World War One database KIA, and it came up Kia Sportage. Let me see. Records for the dead by. I found one before. I don't know where the fucking thing is, lads and ladies. Okay, here I think it is. The world remembers. I think someone has. Oh, they didn't fucking remember Ireland, the bastards. Not on this one. Okay, let's just say Durkin, right? Because I do know that we have Durkins in our family going back. I guess you'll have to put under the UK because that's who it was. Oh, Ireland. Oh, there's one here in Ireland actually. Since Ireland did not achieve independence from Britain until 1922, the names of Irish soldiers belonging to an independent Irish nation are not displayed here. Yet, when the First World War broke out in 1914, Irish men, like thousands of others living at that time in the British Empire, existed for military service from across the island of Ireland. Approximately 200,000 are estimated to have enlisted over the course of the war. Although the total figure of Irish-born personnel who served is likely higher due to the numbers who would have enlisted from outside Ireland, Britain, Canada, America, Australia, New Zealand, and elsewhere, it is currently estimated that 35,000 Irish personnel never returned home. Although research is ongoing, the in Flanders Museum, the names. See if this comes up. Don't see anything. But there was another website I found where it did have, you could see people. See, Swinford and 4,000 Irishmen died in Gallipoli, apparently. It's fucking a lot of lads gone, man. It's like more than the population of Swinford. Cannot fucking find it. Cannot find it. Cannot fucking find it. Sure, I won't get into it. I'll look it up again, but I remember you'd see the amount of people who died in it. Look, never mind all this fucking depressing stuff. There's plenty of that. You came here for good fucking crack. You're an hour in, and I said I'd only do an hour. Oh. Purple haze all in my brain. Lately things, they don't seem the same. Acting funny and I don't know why. Excuse me while I smoke a bowl. Good old touch, man. Good old touch. I couldn't escape this feeling with my China girl. Wake up in the morning, where's my little China girl? I feel her heart beating loud as thunder. I saw the stars crashing down. I'm a mess without my little China girl. Oh, wake up in the morning, where's my little China girl? I hear her heart beating loud as thunder. I saw the stars crashing down. Oh, 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 my little China girl. Oh, 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 my little China. Oh. Hong Kong honeys, man. The old saying, an hour in and you can make 6 babies. He's not fucking wrong. Easy to make them, hard to raise them, hey. Sorry for the misogyny, Mom. There's a fair few erotic innuendos. Enter Sandman. Oh. How's it go? Oh. I never learned that properly. Say your prayers, do a novena. Your mum's going to knock. Playing football on the green after school. Brian Turbot, he's in goals. With one eye open, Shane and Anders gaff. It's a night. Texas town, I blew my beans. I was hanging out with Alex Jones, yeah. He was on the Coors Light. He is the bullfrog of liberty. He got the bullhorn. Down Austin town, playing slide guitar in a dive bar. So I bought a loop station, an RC50. Still haven't figured out how to play it. I bought it like a couple of moons ago. Aldrin Flanagan. Did you hear about the young Chrissy McGowan riddled with clapping? Clapping. Get him on the Zithromax quick, man. Double dose him. Also, Bowie is in Labyrinth. Leather pants. Shocking stuff. Bedtime for me, guys, says Dave. Work in the morning. I'll be catching the rest tomorrow. Good night, God bless. Sleep easy, champion. You go to Bobo's now, Dave. Nathaniel Higginson, Durkin dropping some sick beats as usual. That's fucking right, hey. Oh, ha, ha, hey. Haha, Philippines is not China. Well, Alex Jones playing the skin flute. Yeah, fucking Alex Jones. Well, I've been getting emails from fucking YouTube saying you cannot get monetization from these videos because you play other cunts' music. Bastards. A hungry feeling came over me stealing as the mice they were squealing in my prison cell. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Well, it starts in the morning. Rob Reiner was eating a cheeseburger. Stephen King's in the corner, pulling the plums off himself. And there was the triangle with George Takei. And he had his head fucking buried up Reiner's hole. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Yeah, that'll be instantaneous. Ooh, BMG music is taking you to the cleaners, lad. Clean me up and let me off. I'm tired of going the round and round. I know you have written new episodes of Hardy Books. Would you ever fancy playing another character apart from Eddie Durkin? Your next project, given the current situation with the Viper. Sure I would. And I'm working on more stuff as we speak. I'm playing fucking shit again, man. Up down the fucking mountains, man. Yeah, it's got mountains, alright. Yeah, I reckon I wouldn't mind doing one more fucking series of audiobooks. I'm just gonna write the bastards and do it properly. I'm doing it. There's a lot of stuff that I'd previously done that is looking good, and just a couple of fucking weeks graft. Get it done. I met a couple of boys over the weekend that know a couple of boys with a few quid, if you know what I mean. Rollerball. American Prayer. Fuck it. I always fuck that one up. That was James Caan's Rollerball, filmed in Munich near the BMW building. Shall I tell you about... Shall I... Remember that Never ever drink and drive. Shall I tell you? Shall I tell you? Oh, fuck. Guess what this is, man? Someone guess what this is. Ah, fucking Joseph Matthews got it in one, baby. Did you ever really need somebody the way I needed you? It's fucking good old tune, that, man. My daughter's birthday today. If I played to it, 12 years old. And we had a nice, took her out for a meal. Lovely touch, family job. And when I think back to that song, it reminds me of when I was on holiday in Portugal and she was still in utero. And then when I think back, like, that's 10 years gone. 12 and a half years gone now, boy. Goes fast. Did you ever really need somebody the way I needed you? It's a good old fucking tune, man. It's a good old tune. Good old tune. But there's a lot of, like, tricky chords in it, man. A lot of tricky chords, lads. Oh, up your boya. Like, fuck me, man. There's a lot of fucking chords. The special chords on this one are D minor add 9/A, F sharp minor 7, yeah, A, ooh, 10th fret. Yeah, I'm not attempting that now. Nah, not at the moment. It's a bit too tricky. Ooh, a bit too tricky, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'll do a little fucking tune for you. Tune for you. Fucking bit about this, man. Do a little touch here for you. A little bit of a touch. You ready? Taking my royalties, you bastards. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in. I'll be watching them roll away again, sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I got nothing to live for, looks like nothing good will come my way. So I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, sitting on the dock of the bay, smoking bowls. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Every still things. Yeah, fucking shit. I'm not bored of that. Sorry. Good tune, but I just couldn't be asked. Teabagging. Thanks very much, lad. Cheers, Shawnee. Good lad, mate. Do you remember that bit in Lethal Weapon when Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon 3, when Danny Glover's wife and kids come in and they're all going, "Happy retirement, Daddy." Let's watch that for no reason. I don't want to hear your thoughts on it. Okay. Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon, come on, you gotta be there. Lethal Weapon 3. Come on, man. Gotta be there. Lethal Weapon 3. He's a cat killer. No, it's not there. Oh, this is a good one. Word. What's all this word stuff? Let's watch Word. Justin Timberlake. Word. Here we go. That's where the boys say word. These are some fucking heavy dudes. Seen some heavy dudes in me time, lads. These dudes, pure heavy, man. Fucking look at Mel Gibson's hair, man. The mullets are coming back now, I've noticed. A lot of brave young dudes who weren't around for the ridicule of the post mullet come down. Oh, would they have been hardy enough 7 years ago to have a mullet? I don't think they would have.
I haven't seen him around in a while.
Kept out of high school.
Those are pretty gang colors he's wearing.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Nick,
Yeah, Dad.
you good?
Word.
Word.
Hey, word, Nick.
Word.
That dog is dead now.
Word, Riggs.
Word, Rod.
He's eating dog biscuits.
Word. 4 letters, starts with W, or in the middle, D in the end. Word. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, that word. Word.
Word. You know, we couldn't get the scene with Happy Retirement Daddy in it, but we got Word. So Paul Gallagher commenting on your Instagram that you booked in on Liam's next album. I'll have to fucking jump in and do a bit. I'll be like, it's a bit early in the midnight out for me. Yeah, it'd be good fucking crack that, mate. I wouldn't mind, lad. I'm taking requests. Ask Roland. Fucking throw us a few quid, lad, and I'll fucking play whatever you want, lad. Word, hey, fucking word. The Kilkelly boys were a heavy crew. My old buck and his brothers were fucking halfway up the Kilkelly, halfway Schwinford Road. Smack bang in the middle of two fucking rough towns. Rough towns. What age is Danny Glover? Remember him seeming ancient. I think he was only in his 40s. I think he was 42 when he was retiring, which was 2 years older than me. 30% of barbers closed shop after the male mullet craze ended. Yeah, but they're coming back now. Mustaches and mullets, man. It's from Boy. You see, I've noticed the Mary Wallopers. I met those lads over in New York, and they've all got like mullets and mustaches. I'm like, you boys probably weren't even fucking born then when the old mullet crack was out. Ockham's brute. I haven't fucking seen you in years, mate. How are you doing, lad? Up the ackle, boys. Any old fucking crack with you, my lad. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thanks for dropping by. I always think the same when I see dogs in movies. Yeah, you're always like, good looking, God bless, cozy creatures. Beethoven's gone. Turner and Hooch is gone. Probably, well, definitely the old dogs from Marley and Me are gone. God bless. You're nice fucking lads, dogs. Got my dog over there, kipping it out like a fucking madman. Oh, and he's sleeping. You can only see the whites of his eyes. Like, I just realized that someone might have gone, oh my God. Straight in, no kiss, Marty. What about this RG president? Apparently he's going to take him back to Falkland Islands. And Bruce the Barber beefcake job. Almira boys. Yeah, they were doing a DJ job the night I was there, but I wouldn't mind. I was doing a gig in Dublin with fucking Stevie Kelly and the boys. Still waiting on that payment to come in. Emma Sim, are we getting on, man? Fucking good to see you, Lord. Good to see you. I must go for a quick slash. So I'm gonna I'll find something to put on for you. Fucking let me see. I always put my own shit on so I don't get done. Don't know about that, man. I don't know about that, man. Hold on a second, lords. Hold on a second, my lords and ladies. Don't know about that, man. Have a go at that.
That's the last of the boxes, Eddie.
Good job, Buzz. We have a very busy week ahead of us in Elvery's here because of the Mayo All-Ireland final. But we need to keep the foot on the gas. But we got to keep the foot on the gas because Monsoir Elvery is very, very busy.
You keep an eye on that box there.
Okay.
It's pretty hot back in the stockroom.
As I say, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Monsoir Elvery is going to be really pleased with your progress.
Thanks, man.
Buzz McDonald, my man.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I've got a little proposition for you.
An Elvery's?
An Elvery's proposition. I'd like to talk to you about it. Over here. There's well a couple of boxes you got there, Buzz.
Thanks. I've been listening all day, so my arms are tired.
Maybe I can lighten your load for you. How are the discounts?
I can't give away stuff for free.
Are you going to get a bag for me?
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that.
You're on your own here, Buzz.
Thank you for shopping in Elvery's.
Thank you very much.
What do you think you're doing, man? What do you think you're doing?
I'm just immature.
Man, you're doing it the wrong way. If Monsoir Elvery comes in here and he sees that we've been doing this kind of thing, we're in for the chop. The big chop.
Whoa, what do you want?
I just really hope you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing around here.
I'm just saying.
Mr. McDonald,
What's your Elvery?
you've been caught stealing. I have no choice but to fire you.
Buzz,
Yeah?
you really picked the worst week. Elvery's is flat out with all the deals they're doing with the Elvery's and the Mayo All-Ireland final. They've got big deals.
I got fired from the job and I learned my lesson. I'm out of here.
Oh, fuck, there we go. The sound. Forgot I pressed mute in case you'd hear me pissing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we're all on the same fucking page back then, lads. We're all scattered on the winds, the Howdy Bucks boys. I think the only fucking thing that'll hold the country together is another fucking series, the Howdy Bucks. Has to be done, man. Danny the Dunsman Lynch, Outlaw Barber. Tyler knows the fucking Danny the Dunsman Lynch. Hey, Outlaw Barber, hey, that fucking pirate coin. Still waiting for that to fucking come back up. That old pirate coin. She fucking... I got in on... Like, that was my first foray into the world of crypto bismo. And, yeah, I would have... You know what? I look at Bitcoin, all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, if only I'd known the crack years ago, lads and ladies. Oh, fuck me. If only I had a crystal ball. Seems to be going up, though. Seems to be going up. If you're afraid someone is listening to you, put the faucet on. Proper job. The most surreal lad. Well, funny enough, the GAA that year, we were hired by Elvery's to do videos for the GAA, and they fucking didn't have us on there because they said They said we were bringing the GAA into disrepute, and we're like, because it's all these GA adverts is AIB All Stars, the pride, the sacrifice, the glory, and it's like like the silhouette of a man hanging up a tractor tire off a tree, and fucking firing schlitters from a hurley in through the gap. That's the kind of old fucking sentimental crack. They didn't want any comedy. No, the twain should never mix. Less fucking Rory stories in it, and even he wouldn't get a fucking look in. The fucking bastards that did it to him. The bastards that did it to him. The bastards. I'm not on mute, am I? Oh no. I tried to tell you, Martin, to buy. When I told you, it was too late then. It was a pump and dump. I'm a long-term guy. I haven't even looked at the price lately. Oh, it's fucked, man. I often look at it. It's 200 quid, like, fucking still. But I think by the time I did try and get in on it, it took me a long time to figure out how to do it all. Tyler, mate. But yeah, you know how it be. There's a Ponzi scheme investment thing a load of people I know in Glasgow have invested in. They keep saying a fella in Clydebank has made 200 grand, but funny enough, nobody knows him. Yeah. Tell you, a fucking couple of boys doing schemes like that. DJ Carey kept his skeletons in his closet until the checks cleared. Ooh. When you back in Belfast, brah? I don't know. I haven't been up there for it's been about, fuck me, 7 or 5 years since last time I was up there, I think. Good while ago. I think that an alpha male is light years nowhere near the term alpha male. Martin was running elbows with Sam Friedman, partying in the Bermudas. Hoovering schnifters is devil's dandruff. Apparently he's getting fucking there's the wheels against us. Apparently Bankman Fried is fucking going down, you reckon? And his parents might be going down too for a bit of fucking cheeky embezzlement. That's a fucking funny old world, lads and ladies. Funny old world. But I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up soon because I've got to do some stuff tomorrow now. Or fuck it, I'll drink. Next 10 minutes, I'll hang in there for another fucking 10 minutes with you, and I'll head off then. Go Bobo, man. Know what I mean? Go Bobo, flip blow, man. Know what I mean? Do 2112. Story Martin. One love from Derry, man. Go back to the beginning there, lad. Fucking the town I love so well, boys. On the fucking boys. Armored cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons. Every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Graham Russell. Any video of you getting tackled by Jerry Flannery whilst wearing a slip-on shoes, send it to me. Daddy took that down. I don't know who has that, like, but I know one lad who might fucking have it. Whelan. Dara Whelan, his name was, I think. He was the producer of Joe at the time. Take that fucking thing on me. Not even talking to anyone, like. Oh. Have a little look through the old, see if there's any interesting shite on Twitter to look at. Yeah, I'd be telling a bit too much fucking truth, like, do you know what I mean? There's I can go, maybe let's just take a little slip inside the realms of Twitter. You never know what you might find. Like, I'm following an awful lot of fucking nutters, man. There's an awful lot of nutters going on. Let's see, Jim Sheridan. This is Uran Seg Sendori, who was stabbed to death by an Irishman in 2002. Nobody took to the streets burning and looting. Why? It's because the far-right grifters and racist scum don't care about women and children. They just want an excuse to cause hate and division. He used to follow me, that lad. I think he was in Tubridy's band, but I think he unfollowed me because my Corona fucking stance. So this is where the old arguments, this is where people start arguing, and they could spend a long time just looking at cunts arguing. Depressing old shit, isn't it? What's going on here, hey? I love the way Shawnee was busy there, hey. So saying I've Down syndrome, that's a strange way to have a go with someone. We leave it that you can have the last word. Mind yourself. Oh, what did you put up, man? Oh, jeez, tonight. Jeez, tonight. I don't condone that at all. It's nothing to do with me, hey. Oh, you're a fucking an awful man. An awful man. Christ. Shouldn't have even bothered going on to fucking X. Bad old fucking doing, hey. Bad old doing. What else is on the old fucking... What's on the trending? Let's see what... Belgium. What's going on in Belgium? Looking, Israel has become locked in a diplomatic row with Spain and Belgium after accused the EU countries of supporting terrorism in the response to Prime Minister's criticism of bombing of Gaza. Oh, everyone's fucking supporting cunts, like, you know, they just can't. Bunch of fucking cry bullies, man. I'm appalled recent that 85 graves, including the grave of my great grandmother's Jewish section of Marcinel's cemetery in Belgium, was desecrated. I mean, there's no need for that, like, do you know what I mean? Fucking let the dead fucking leave the dead with the air and stop killing cunts. You know what I mean? So yeah, so there's always some depressing shit going on there. Like, disgusting. What's disgusting? Let's see. Disgusting. See what's going on here. Bloody disgusting. Another threat by the occupation not to go to Gaza City, and another disgusting comment. Shame on you. It's fucking. What's this? My instructions are clear. There are no expressions of joy. Ben Gavir says, fuck this fucking disgusting countryman. I can't believe we invented a somehow more evil, concentrated, potent dose of America. Police can shut down celebrations in East Jerusalem when the... Do you know what? It'd fucking depress you, Twitter, wouldn't it? Like... I tell you one thing, though, about the old... the Twitter crack, like... It's... there's a fair bit of fucking mad shit. Oh, there's your man. Owen Jones, you know, like, most of the time, I think he's a bit of a tit, but I seem to agree with him lately. And he's not wrong about that either. What's going on here? Footage of the Irish police assaulting native homeless man. Disgusting. What happened here? Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Is that Parnell Street, is it? That was a bit fucking heavy-handed, like. He's got some doing. Well, that was nice and depressing. Fair play. Fuck me. See, like when I was over in the States, I wasn't on that shit lately. Yeah. Owen Jones, a massive tit. Yeah, but you know, even a broken clock is right twice a day, like. I'm a pure anarchist, so I don't believe in government at all. There are those that rule, lawmakers and law enforcers, and the rest of us that don't, serve class. Yeah, you know, it's I think as long as you have people, you'll have trouble. I think there is no utopia. There is, I mean, like, even Jesus Christ himself came, love thy neighbor, treat others how you'd like to be treated. Fucking through the money changes out of the synagogue, you know, just basically tried to give a set of rules there to live the best way you can, and then people took his words, twisted it, and then murdered fucking millions of people. So as long as there are people with passions and vices, it's never gonna, you know, and the settling scores and, you know, craving power, you're never going to get peace. You're never going to get utopia. I think that's just something we gotta. It's like when people say, "I just want to be happy in life," and you can have a good baseline of happiness. You can have highs and lows, but there's always going to be some bullshit that's gonna, you might be having a great day, and then you get a fucking bill through the post for like 200 quid for like, I don't know, some sort of bullshit, and then it's like, oh, I gotta sort that out. Like. You've just got to basically take the rough with the smooth and pick your battles and enjoy life. Whenever you get a moment to enjoy it, live in the moment and be mindful. That's one of the things Pete, French Toast Tool, said to me when we were in New York. He went, "Do you know what, Maloney? It's a pleasure hanging out with you, man. You live life in the moment. You really do. Enjoy living in the moment." I'm like, yeah, man, we're in New York. Like, fucking, I've been here for 12 years. And we had, the crack, man, the crack. I was up in a helicopter there on last week above London. Oh, that was fucking good old crack as well. Fair play to man Cahill and Brian to sorted it out. Straight, and funny enough, I was taking pictures of the plane, being like, "Look at London from the plane, man." And then like the surprise visit I had on the helicopter, I was like, "Well, I'm right over London in a helicopter." And even the seagulls look low when you're in the helicopter. Jesus was an anarchist. Those that killed him were the state. Yeah, I can. I see where you're coming from there, Tyler lad. More passion, more energy. You're a good old fucking gang of bastards. You know that, the lot of you. You're a good old gang. Just fucking keep it peaceful. Do no harm, take no shit. It's the old fucking way I look at life. Bastards. One thing I was wondering about that incident yesterday. Did that happen on Parnell Street or was it Pierce Street, that stabbing? Wonder what Conor McGregor has said lately. Well, should we go and have a look? We'll go and have a look. See what he fucking says. He's coming under some flack lately. Let's see what McGregor is saying. Fucking still haven't been paid by McGregor for endorsing the stout. Mind that'd come in handy, that few fucking quid, no, hey. That would come in very handy, hey. Okay. That would come in very, very handy, that would know. Awful handy. Handy beyond handy. Let me see. I'm gonna fucking stream this again. Try not to get stuck into the fucking depressing elements of Twitter. See what he's been tweeting lately. Conor McGregor, the notorious MMA 5-time world champion, Ireland's greatest stout, Forge Stout. Please give me the touch for that, yeah. Or Stephen Kelly will really tell you what he fucking thinks of it publicly. What's it say? Deplorable. We stand with Irish businesses. Criminal migrants taking full advantage of the protest tonight. I'd say there's a good few fucking locals who were taking part as well. Look at the shame, man. He got a that's the fucking Christmas present sorted. I wonder did he get the right shoe size? Because that's one thing. Like if you're going looting, and I'm not about going to Luton, but if you're looting, do you get a chance to check for your actual shoe size? Because it can be quite stressful enough, putting shoes on and trying them on, like. Okay, what's he saying? Irish hearing Warren Donahue on the house in my establishment for life. Thank you, Warren. Who is this lad? What's going on here? The invasion of... I woke this morning still in shock at what me and my poor girls witnessed yesterday. Warren was in without thought to help them poor babies while his own children were terrified. My Abigail went missing for what felt like hours. She ran when she seen what was happening. my whole way around the block to the rotunda, warning everyone on her way to turn around to get inside to be safe. She screamed the rotunda down to get the nurses, begging them to run and help the kids. They were being stabbed. That ISN Howie, 11-year-old daughter with autism, spent her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to her. Well, you know, it's probably not a very happy birthday, the poor girl. If Warren and Alan and the man on the bike was not there, all of them children would have been killed. I never will get the image out of my head. I'm praying everyone recovers, although it was shocking and horrible to witness. We were there. Hold on. Shocking and horrible to witness. We were there for a reason. Abigail running for nurses and Warren helping. We were meant to be there. My heart is broken for the families. Wow. See, like this whole fucking thing, man. Like this is what I always think. This is the Hegelian dialect. Do you know what I mean? This is the old problem, reaction, solution. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, do you really think that the people who are in power give a shit about people coming in from abroad? They're just being used as first of all, as a cash cow to enrich themselves, and then a way to just stir up order out of chaos. That's the way it is. Yeah, that fucking lad deserves a few quid, man. Warren Donahue. This lad here, I am, yes, you are. No, this guy always puts up weird shit. Like, ironically, the Irish PM hates the Irish people. This applies to basically every government across the West. They hate their own people, but the tides are turning. They are not ready. Ireland is a big problem for the world order that wants people reduced to fungible meat robots. The country is beautiful, clean, economically productive for its size, but it never had slaves. It never colonized anyone. The people didn't displace any natives. They are the natives. Good point. This Irishman, thank God, they have such an outspoken champion in Conor McGregor. He is probably the only man in Ireland who has the ability to utterly overturn the globalist narrative and the balls to do it. Well, to be fair, like, you know, the MMA fighters are, they go into a fucking ring in front of millions of people and fight extremely fucking tough dudes for a living. And you know, as that old saying goes, good times create weak men create bad times create strong men. We are now seeing, we're going into a stage where basically tough cunts of MMA are now probably looking at Marky Shortall. How we doing, lad? We're looking at a time where hard lads who fight in a Colosseum style setting are basically you'll have to get in line behind Artem Lobov to get your wedge off McGregor. Did he not get paid? No. Is that stuff good? Heard it was muck. Well, we had warm cans of it, so it wasn't exactly a good fucking. When I was drinking, I went like this, fucking hell. And my mate Mark was like, "Oh, here, lad. You're supposed to look like you're enjoying it, but warm cans of anything." I won't be able to give it a proper. I won't be able to give it a proper fucking summary until I've actually had a cold one in the pub. Paj Mahaj, man, Chucky or lure to you too. Pushing the narrative. Guy got $250,000 GoFundMe in a couple of hours. Who's this? Your man from your man Donahue. He got $250,000. Fucking good on him, man, if he did. Any jam bams floating around? Oh, what I do for jam bam now, Eddie, man? Do you know Fitzgerald comes? Any names? Any Irish names of Fitz is apparently from the Vikings. Apparently, so that's old Norse name you got there, Gaelic Norse. Hey, what does Matty Coyle say? Fucking Jake Paul is going to the media claiming he could beat Conor in a fight. you know what? To be fair, like the Paul brothers, I mean, they're doing a lot of fucking boxing and they're making their own thing. So if McGregor and Jake Paul want to get paid to have a fight, I'm fucking 100% behind it. Who knows, man? I mean, the Paul brothers seem to be beating cunts, like so. The Brazilian Deliveroo guy. Well, the other lad should be getting a few fucking quid, like as well. But fair play to the Brazilian Deliveroo lad. Drew Harris, yeah, that guy. I mean, like, what's he doing there? Like, you know, your fucking Garda corner should be run by some fucking sound god who's like sick of it all. Do you know what I mean? Let's see what else is said. That's fucking Sargon of Akkad there, you man, Carl Benjamin. Yeah, McGregor's gone fucking balls out on this lately. I do not condone last night's riots. I do not condone any attacks on our first responders in their line of duty. I do not condone looting and the damage in the shops. Last night's sieves achieved nothing, fixing the issues we face. I do understand frustrations. However, when I do understand the move that must be made to ensure the change we need is ushered in and fast, I am in the process of arranging. Believe me, I am way more tactical and I have backing. There will be change in Ireland. Mark my words, the change needed. In the last month, innocent children stabbed leaving school. Ashley Murphy murdered. 2 Sligo men decapitated. This is not Ireland's future. If they do not act soon with their plan of action to ensure Ireland's safety, I will. Jesus, tonight, man. Look at this. Look at the grill on that bus, man. What's that? One of them fucking old school. That's pure fucking chat GPT. What is going on with that chat GPT shit, man? Or not chat. It's fucking Leonardo, one of them jobs. So is that McGregor's army of lads in the background? Like, I never knew the 46A went to Phoenix Park either. People, Keith Woods, people lashing out the way they did was for an ideal, but something like this made inevitable by the government. That said, without leadership, all protest movements eventually fizzle out. The only lasting change in Ireland will come through patriotic Irish getting access. Robbie Starbuck, reclaim Ireland's national pride and identity. All Western countries must do this and deport the criminal migrants. Washington's ghost riots for the voice of the unheard. Right now, the native population is unheard. Oh, it seems like they're really cranking up the fucking screws all over Europe, man. I mean, there are people who really are ready to fucking rumble immediately. I made this jokingly, but go for it, man. Bring that change Ireland needs. Let's fucking make Ireland great again. What we seen yesterday, to be quite honest with you, man, was pretty fucking nuts. It's Ireland was all over the international news. I'm not sure. I haven't really heard how RTE have responded to it. Does this mic work? Can you hear me? Can you? Did you try any local hash over here in Arizona, man? When you were here, mighty stuff. Let's have a look at some of your comments, and then after fucking go to bed. Drew worked for MI5. Probably fucking did. Ned Stark and Riley Reid and all the boys having a few tinnies. MI5. Let me see. Big Mick should be the Garda commissioner. He'd do a good fucking job. He'd do better than what that fucking Clune is doing. AI shite. Yeah. Getting fluoride out of the water is the first thing that needs to happen. Yeah, because everyone's fucking pineal gland is calcified. I think there's a push for McGregor to become the Irish Trump. It's funny, like, because in 2016, it was him and Trump both non-stop on Twitter. Who knows, man? Who fucking knows? But I'd say it would be an entertaining prospect to see him in charge. Fuck that shit, yeah. Look, you know what? At the end of the day, you got to look after your own fucking people. You got to look after your own country. You got to take a bit of pride, and everyone needs a fair fucking touch. And then you can start looking after others. But when you've got a government that are fucking making spawns beyond spawns of robbing the people, unlikely characters will step up. And since they bailed out, like Ireland bailed out the bondholders, Fianna Fáil, back in 2009. I think that was about 90 billion. We're still in debt for that. And the fact that we lost so many people who didn't want to emigrate, they're now in Australia, Canada, US, London, Sweden. You know, we couldn't do any more fucking series with RT because they didn't have the money. But they'll pay for like the usual rotisserie of jaded fucking presenters and same old shite, man. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, Porrick Pierce and Michael Collins and Wolf Tone and Robert Emmett and Daniel O'Connell and all the people who fought and died in the 1916 uprising and the War of Independence didn't fucking die to have their lands given away to the likes of the World Economic Forum and fucking Brussels for a bunch of bureaucrats who are selling us out and destroying the car. Like, but I don't know what happened to Ireland, man. Ireland had a really fucking anti-establishment stance. Nearly everybody did. And then something changed in the last 10 years and a lot of them just became fucking ass kissers of the establishment. Oh, you twisted, man. There's a rumor online the stateside gave Brian Kennedy cancer. Oh, fuck's sake, man. What do you say, man? Brian Kennedy's a fucking sound fella, man. I've really nothing but respect for that man. And I do hope that that he has made a full recovery, because that's not an easy touch what he got, the poor fella. Love the accent. Good on you, Natalie. Love the cat in the picture, hey. Yeah, lad, be Scouse father though. Listen, the system is failing and crumbling on itself because it was built on illusory BS. Just be patient and sound, says Missy. Yeah, it's all bullshit, man. The whole fucking thing, like the West has been propped up from the exploitation of Asia, China, Philippines, India, Vietnam, Kissinger and the boys. You know, our and that cheap labor has basically destroyed, let's say, the people of the USA. All the manufacturing and jobs that have gone over to slave labor to profit these big companies that virtue signal and put on this fucking woke bullshit, these campaigns, while at the same time knowingly, like Gap, Nike, you know, so on, fucking most of the electronics, Apple products that are made by Foxconn that had to put up nets around their buildings to stop people from committing suicide because it was so depressing, their living conditions, to sit there day in, day out in massive mega cities that are basically factory after factory after factory, and people living fucking 18 to a room. That's fucked up, man. I think there is enough on this planet for everybody, and the only thing stopping it is greed and this mindset of like, oh, if it wasn't us, someone else would be doing it. I need the money. The love of money is the root of all evil. I'm not a rich man at all, but I'm rich in friends. I'm rich in community. I was never, you know, I just never really gave a fuck about money that much, you know, and it'd be nice to have the options and the security and whatnot, but I just wasn't asked about it, man. Like when you know, it's just like I'd rather have a good fucking lie in and do stuff on my own steam, and people might think I'm a madman for that, but it's like you can't take it with you. It's just fucking stuff, man. And there are people who just live by money, and that's all they care about. And the people will die as a result of people's fucking lust for for greed. And I tell you, someone right who fucking had it right was fucking Robbie Van Zant of Leonard Skinner. I'm gonna sing you that now before I fuck off to me bed, lads and ladies. So it's a half a step down, but sure, I'll extend the falsetto for you. So get ready for this. Yeah. Mama told me when I was young, come sit beside me, my only son, and listen closely to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Oh yeah. Oh, take your time, don't live too fast. Troubles will come and they will pass. You'll find a woman, yeah, you'll find love. And don't forget, son, there is someone up above. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Or be someone you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? So this is the bit. Forget your lust for the rich man's gold. All that you need is in your soul. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All I don't want for you, my son, is to be satisfied. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Or be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. But won't you do this for me, son, if you can? I'll knock it on the head, that one there. First band I saw live was the Survivors of Lynyrd Skynyrd supporting Deep Purple. That would have been a fucking good old gig. It's interesting when you read the story about the singer and like the plane they were going up in. It was Aerosmith's old plane, and their management took the commercial airline. The boys ended up, fucking some of them dying in a plane crash, including the lead singer. And the people that came, I think it was like over Louisiana, some swampland, rather than helping them, they were just fucking robbing everything because they were like, oh, these guys are some sort of fucking rock stars, take all their money, long-haired fools. Get your motor running, head off on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes our way, we're not gonna make it happen. Time I guns blowing my load. I don't know. That's a good song. Born to be Wild. I've got to go to the fucking cot now. I'm only stealing fucking happiness from tomorrow, but I do enjoy these chats with you all. We'll have to get if you want me to come and do gigs near you are, fucking get in touch with me on the old Twitter, and I'll fucking come there as long as the price is right. Speaking of which, if you get any value out of these streams, don't be shy and throw us a few quid there, lads and ladies. If it's if it's what you want, I won't say no. Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure, or whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all your guns at once and explode into space. I like smoking lightning, heavy metal thunder, racing with the wind, and the feeling that I'm under. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all your guns at once and explode into space. Like a true nature's child, I was born to be wild, and I climb so high, I never wanna die. Born to be wild. Born to be wild. Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes my way. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a love embrace. Fire all my guns at once and explode into space. Like a true nature's child, I was born to be wild. I would climb so high, never gonna be. Up your bum. There we go. But right, ladies and Graham Russell, selling pallets. It's the new way forward. Thanks for the crack, Martin. Good night, God bless. Thank you all very much for everyone who has been tagging along here tonight. Magic Carpet Ride. That's just another one for another night, Missy. Yeah, I'm just going to wrap this up. 2 hours and 8 minutes. The first half of the stream was a bit fucking melancholic. But look, to surmise everything I've said, some people might say it's controversial, but I'm basically telling you what I observe. It's an observation. Just fucking trust no one but yourself, man. Come to your own conclusions, and if you put your faith in man, or you follow people, you're going to get disappointed and let down by something. And I think fundamentally we all have very different. We all pretty much have the same Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and we're going to disagree with people. We're going to strongly disagree with people, and then we're going to agree with people. But I think try not to get too invested in cult of personality. And even me, man, like half the time I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half the time, but I'm just basically, trying to make my way through this mad world. Sean Gilmartin, any news on the Hardy Books podcast? Waiting patiently. Well, you know what I did is I kind of brought it over here instead, mate, because I thought, it's better to have this on my own than maybe talk about this kind of stuff on the Hardy Books podcast and then fuck up any opportunity for the Hardy Books. I didn't like, these views are my own views, and they're not the same views. They don't represent the views of everyone else. So I thought basically it's better for me to do this. Speaking of which, fucking hell, man, did you hear about your man Adam Britton, the crocodile guy? That's some sick shit, man. Like, that guy went from a fucking absolute hero to a villain in like 0 to 60, gone in 60 seconds. Check out him, man. I left it up there for people to hear because I was fucking excited, man. I was a big fan of crocodiles, and I thought they were pretty cool. Closest thing to dinosaurs we have on the planet, like, and that dude's an absolute wronging, man. A wronging of the highest order. But we won't. It's like we've had a nice little ending to the stream. Let's not leave a bad taste in our mouth. Talk about wrongings and weirdos. Let's focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. At Big Mick, aka Eugene Maloney, my uncle, once said to me about people in the world. He goes, "No, I've done a lot of traveling myself. Now I've been all to Stockholm." And this is back when I was about 21. He said, "No, my firm belief is about 95% of the people in the world are good, and the other 5 are a bunch of fucking tossers. They're the bad bastards, and they're the ones who are spoiling it for the rest of us." And yeah, so you're good fucking skins. The chat. What to say here? I liked when you were telling stories like Durkin used to play them on the night shift. Oh, you mean the Hardy book? Yeah, I've got to fucking get that sorted, man. I've so much written. I just love even the wrong ones. Well, you know what? Like, before I go, I think practicing gratitude and forgiveness. If you pray before you go to sleep at night, thank God for go through all the things in your head of the gifts that you have. And even if you're having a shit day or the time that you're going through at the time seem bad, thank God for all the things that you have, your health, your family, your friends, like even small things like your phone or electricity, a roof over your head, food in the fridge, and then you won't be long going through all these things and being like, you start focusing on what you do have instead of focusing on what you think you want. And then you come to the conclusion that, we're pretty well off. And yeah, I think gratitude just changes your mindset, and you focus on what you have. And forgiveness as well. I remember once reading a thing which was, I can be pretty fucking bad for holding on to grudges and shit, like, but I'm trying, you try to focus on that. But yeah. So I got distracted by make beaded bracelets with your daughter because I want to order one. Yeah, we can make a couple of them. But yeah, basically, I once read that anger is like a acid that causes more harm to the vessel it's kept in than it does the surface it's poured onto. So gratitude and forgiveness. Like even these people, you know, like when I'm saying the old few prayers, like I'm not a massively religious person, but I've always, I was raised to say them, and I always did, even during my wildest years. I always said a few prayers to the big man. But like the ones who need the most prayers are the people who are doing the worst shit, and that's the most difficult. They're the most difficult people to pray for, but they're in fact the people who need it most. So I'll leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. But I love you all, and thank you for taking your Friday evenings to sit with me and listen to me going off on one. But it really does mean a lot to me that you enjoy what I have to say. It's a nice little community. Like I said, it's I could have just fucking sat down and watched Gallipoli with Mel Gibson. That's what I was going to do. But no, it's nice. I missed it last week, and I wanted to get back and do another one here. But enjoy the rest of your weekend, and it's a real pleasure, as always. And I'll see you next Friday. We'll have the crack then, and hopefully there'll be a bit more fucking light-hearted crack next week. And hopefully we'll see a fucking end to this conflict, and we need to start building bridges and not blowing them up and fucking burning them down. But leave you there. Fuck off. Good luck.